Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I take this opportunity to celebrate the return of Richard Stallman to the public sphere after a long time and various health issues, along with several other difficulties. There is a pervasive malaise in our society, which manifests itself in groupthink and political correctness. I could make deep revelations that analyze how the end of communism and globalization, with the imposition of a single pseudo-Western consumeristic model, have obscured any other type of thought and culture, including Western ones. There will be an opportunity for an in-depth analysis in the future. We take for granted that certain values and truths are absolute because they are based on science, while the only thing that is certain is ignorance, the ignorance of knowing that science is doubt, not truth. I invite everyone to read Karl Popper, one of the greatest theorists of the modern scientific method, and clarify that the scientific method and science are two entirely different things. The Aristotelians who condemned Galileo were scientists, just as those who ostracized and excluded from medical practice figures like Ignaz Semmelweis were also scientists. Semmelweis was a Hungarian physician from the 19th century, known for his revolutionary discoveries regarding the prevention of puerperal infections, which caused numerous deaths in obstetric clinics. He realized that the main cause of these infections was the transmission of germs by doctors, who moved from autopsies to assisting with births without washing their hands. He introduced hand disinfection with a chlorine solution, drastically reducing mortality among women in childbirth. Despite his success, Semmelweis was opposed by the medical community of the time, which rejected his theories because they contradicted established knowledge. His insistence on hygiene practices led to his marginalization, and he was eventually removed from the medical profession. He tragically died in an asylum in 1865 without his work being fully recognized until many years later. If you think this example is too old, consider Judah Folkman, an American surgeon and researcher known for his pioneering work in the field of angiogenesis and cancer. In the 1970s, Folkman proposed a revolutionary idea that tumors could not grow beyond a certain size without forming new blood vessels to nourish themselves, a process called angiogenesis. His hypothesis was that inhibiting the growth of new blood vessels could starve the tumor, stopping its growth and potentially causing it to regress. Initially, the scientific community greeted his theory with great skepticism, deeming it too simplistic or even implausible. Some colleagues and critics ridiculed his research, and Folkman faced years of ostracism from the medical scientific community. I will stop here and invite your minds to reason. Freedom of speech is an established value of Western culture, one that we are slowly losing, flattening ourselves into a thin and untouchable dogmatic scientism, which imposes dogmas and stigmatizes anyone who dares question them. Enough! Absolute truth does not exist. Only the path that leads to truth exists, and it is made up of doubts, criticisms, reflections, contrasts, and suffering. This is life. This is human existence. We are beings connected to the world and the universe, and the path we are taking is highly dangerous. We want to free ourselves from our own consciousness and cleanse it, living a hypocritical life on green, machines rolling over hectares of burned forests, and thousands of children working in Congo mines. Or worse yet, peddling and drinking mediocre quality water bottled in plastic 5,000 kilometers away and transported in containers. A life where everything is possible and relative, except for the one thing that should indeed be relative. A life without beauty or ugliness, where the only thing to do is not offend someone's sensibilities. Let's feel free to talk about anything. I don't need censorship to understand that the Earth isn't flat and that vaccines aren't a secret plan by bad guys to destroy humanity. It's not true that by allowing free speech, falsehoods will emerge. In fact, it is thanks to the spread of free speech that we have embarked on a path of truth-seeking, a path that unfortunately I see reversing. Thanks for watching.